Hello and welcome to Your Turn Board Games. I'm April and today I'm going to be teaching you Century Spice Road. In today's video, you will be able to learn the game setup, learn the rules, and above all, have fun. With that being said, let's get started. So let's talk about the game setup. First, you must shuffle the orange deck. So this one is going to be your points card. I've already pre-shuffled them and I'll just give them one last quick shuffle. You're going to turn over 5 cards face up onto the game table. You want to make sure that it's facing you or whoever you are playing. In today's setup, I'm going to be doing a 2-player game setup, but you're also welcome to do more up to 5 players in this game. Okay? Once you have your 5 cards turned over, you're going to take however many players you're playing. As I said, today we're going to be playing with 2. You take 2 gold coins plus 2 more for extra points. You're going to also do that with the silver coins. You're going to have 2 for each player and 2 more for extra points. Next, you're going to take the purple cards, and these are going to be your merchant cards. You're going to give them a quick shuffle, and you're going to place 6 of these face up. This will be your merchant one, which will be one of your steps that you're able to do during the game. Okay, so now I have my main board set up. Next, I'm going to get my spices ready. So you'll notice in there are 4 colors. We have our lowest one, which is the yellow color, which is turmeric. We have our yellow, which is saffron. We have our green, which is cardamom. And our brown, which is cinnamon. You want to place them in this order so that you know which one is the lowest one that you'll be starting with, because then when you do your upgrade cards, you'll be able to go up the track. Next, each player is given 2 cards that are having the purple border. And also, I want to mention that when you're shuffling your purple cards, if this is your first time playing, you want to pull out the purple cards that have this distinct purple border. And you'll notice that they're different from the other merchant row. You're going to give each player one that has the trade up card. You'll want to get the one that has the 2 turmeric cubes. Okay, so you give these 2 to each of the players that are playing the game. And last, you're going to take these 2 cards, which are going to be your caravan cards. You will notice that this one has a distinct symbol at the bottom. What that means is that player is going to be the starting player in your game. You're going to take it with one other one, mix them up between the 2, and you're going to give each one face down to each player. They turn them over to reveal that this player right here on my right hand would be the first player. So the first player is going to receive 3 of the yellow cubes. They're going to take the cubes from the pile and they're going to place them on their caravan, just like so. The other player, on the other hand, is going to get 4 yellow cubes to place on their caravan, just like so. So now you're ready to start the game. Setup is pretty much that simple. So let's talk about the different actions that you are able to take in your turn. So on your turn, you're going to have 4 different options in which you are able to do a different action. Now, given you can only do one of these 4 actions per turn until the game goes around clockwise. The first action you can do is play a card from your hand. If you remember at the beginning, I said that you get 2 cards at the beginning of the game. During the play of the game, you will be able to purchase more merchant cards, but we'll get to that in just a minute. You would play a card in your hand, face up in front of your caravan. So if I play this card, this means that I would get 2 yellow cubes from the pile, and I would place them immediately on my caravan. And this would be the end of my turn. So remember, when you play a card, you don't immediately pick it back up and put it back in your hand. What you have to do then is you have to do the rest phase, which is your next action that you're able to do. To do the rest phase would be any cards that you have played already down in front of your caravan. You would rest and you would pick up your card and put it back into your hand. And that's the second phase that you're able to do. The third phase you can do is you can choose a card from the merchant pile, from these 6 right here. To acquire a card, which is called the acquire phase, you would first have to pay the cost per card. If I were to take this first card, it does not cost me anything. But if I don't want this card and say I want the third card with the 5 cubes, and I can exchange these for 3 green, if I wanted this particular card, it would cost me 2 spice. And what I mean by that, or anything I have in my caravan, I would have to pay 1 spice per card that I'm wanting to skip to get to that. Then I would immediately take the card and I would put it in my hand. And then you immediately slide the cards down to the left and you would flip over the next card. Now the spice stays on here until a particular player wants to pick up that card, and then they take the spice with them and they would put it on their caravan. And then there's the last action. The last action is to claim a point card. These are orange cards on the top row, and you'll notice that they have a point value at the bottom of the run as well as the cubes. And what that means is that's the points that you would get at the end of the game. How you get these cards is based on what the cubes are showing right at the bottom. So this one would take 4 cinnamon in order to purchase this card. You would take them from your caravan and you would place them back into the bank. You must pay the exact amount. You can't do just any random one. It has to be whatever is on the card to be able to claim it. If you will notice too, on the leftmost card, if you were able to buy this particular card, it would take 2 saffron and 3 cinnamon to purchase this card. If you were, say, able to purchase this one, you would take it into your pile, you would put it face down next to your caravan, and you would also get a gold coin. And what this means is this gold coin is 3 points at the end of the game as you are calculating your score. And you put it just next to your card face down. And then you would slide over all the other cards in the pile, and then you would draw the next most coin. So like I said, the gold coins are worth 3 points, and then the silver is worth 1 point. The game finally ends when, during a 2-player or 3-player game, they will have collected 6 of the point cards. If you're playing a 4 or 5-player game, you would have collected only 5 cards. And what happens then is once the player collects their last card, either the 5 or the 6, depending on how many players, each player in that round will have 1 last turn. So if I was the starting player, my opponent would then have 1 last turn in which to try to catch up or get some extra points. So I do want to mention a couple other things to consider. There is a limit on the caravan card. It's very difficult to see, but there are 10 squares in which your cubes can sit. If, say, I have 10 cubes already here, like let me just give an example. Say I have these 10 cubes here, and I try to play a card that then has more cubes. I would not be able to take those cubes. I would have to actually discard some to be able to get those particular cubes. If, for example, all of the turmeric was expired, the game just suggests that you find something else in place of it. They do say do not get any kind of spices in order to place of it, because that would make a huge mess, and you don't want a huge mess. But in theory, the spices do not run out in the game. And that is Century Spice Road. It is a very simple game, easy to learn. And I hope that you feel confident now in order to play Century Spice Road. If you have any comments about what you saw today, if you need any more explanation, I'm happy to answer those in the comments. As always, please give us a like, subscribe if you have not already, and make sure to share us out. There's more games out there. Let's go play them. Now that you've finished watching this video, be sure to check out our other videos. Please also like the video, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the gaming fun. There's more games out there. Let's go play them.